Good morning, guys. All of you, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome to VLR training. So now we'll start our session. So, guys, here we are discussing Python full stack related course, guys. Python full stack. So, Python full stack means core Python, advanced Python, okay, core Python, advanced Python, Django, and required UI and database related all together we are going to be discussing as okay. Python full stack, just overview I'll give you in the last session related, and today different points we will discuss. Okay, so Python full stack. So in this Python full stack course, simply you're going to be getting knowledge about the core Python, guys. So core Python means here about the Python related rules and regulations, syntaxes, how to creating the variables, what data types there, how to writing the functions, like all the basic fundamentals you're going to be getting. Next level, guys, advanced Python. Advanced Python means here you are going to get all the programmatically, guys. Lot of topics there. So Python to database communication. Python with required database like MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, different DBs there. So how communicating to database and interacting with that, and exceptions how we are handling, regular expressions how we are writing. Okay, like a lot of advanced points there here. Programmatically you are going to get logics more here. Here also we are doing programs, but small point based on the syntax related. So here some advanced programs we are going to be getting. Okay, so next framework, guys. Django framework. So using this Django framework, web applications, okay, real time web applications we can develop, guys. Web applications like Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, Swiggy. So using the Django framework, we are developing, guys. Okay. So if you want to developing any real-time application, guys, any one programming language required. Any one programming language you need to be learn. So we have so many programming languages like Python, Java, .NET, so many are there. Okay. So I choose, for example, Python. I choose Python to developing application. Next, any one programming language you need to be select. After selecting the programming language, this programming language related any one framework we need to be select. Okay, any one programming language and its framework. So Python related framework is Django framework. So Django framework completely developed by Python only. Django framework purely developed by Python language only. So Python with Django framework, guys. Okay. Please mute all people. Yes. Next, so when we are working with Django framework, so UI presentation also required, guys. UI technologies. So UI means here HTML, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, Bootstrap, like so many JavaScript, jQuery, all together. Wherever required, we can use it. For example, registration data want to take. So using Django framework, registration related logics, backend logics we will write. But using UI, presentation logics we are writing. From the user to take the data for the registration purpose, this UI technology is required. So username, first name, last name, username, email, password, date of birth, okay, gender, like all the fields you are entering. And after submitting, backend side Django receiving the data and taking the data, finally sending to the database. Okay, so database knowledge also required. Database also, guys. So database here majorly we are going to be discussing about the MySQL DB, MySQL DB, and sometimes I will explain about the MongoDB also. Okay, so So here database is not a matter, guys. Any one database, if he knows how to connecting from the Python, later remaining other databases also almost the same way we are connecting. Small changes only there. Easily will understanding. Don't worry. Okay, now. So in this Python full stack course, guys, these all points you are going to be getting. So duration, guys, duration, duration. Okay, to complete these all things, duration 3 months required, guys. 3 months required. 3 months required. Okay, so only Python. If you want to learn, guys, only Python. Okay, then 45 days enough. Only Python, 45 days enough. At the time of learning Python only, about the database also you are getting. Okay, so at the time of learning Django, along with Django UI you are getting. So 45 days for Python with the database, and more 45 days for Django with the UI. Django with the UI. Okay, now. So that is the concept here. And in this session, guys, in this session, regularly material, guys, every class, for example, in core Python, one topic I'm explaining. So after completing this session, that particular topic related material you're going to be getting as documentation. Okay, for reading purpose, documentation, documentation files you are getting, every concept related every day you are getting. At the end of the day, all together at a time I will share. Okay, every day topic wise I'm going to share. Just you need to be download and read it. Then further session more easily you are going to be understanding. So documentation you are going to be getting, and what programs we are doing the practice in our session, what projects we are doing. So all the projects, guys, all the projects sharing to you, guys. Projects also shared to you daily. Projects also shared to you. And next, guys, in the class only live code, guys. Live coding we are doing. Live coding. Okay, so live coding we will do in the class only, typing everything. So why we are writing everything, you will get information. Okay, so live coding you will do, we will do it here. Understanding? And also every day video link recording, guys, video session recording, video session recording. So sorry. Now every session we are recording, guys, so recorded video link also, recorded 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 video link also shared to you, recorded video link also shared to you. Later whenever you want, again you can watch, and you can understanding more. Okay, now? So these all things you're going to be getting, guys. Okay, so yes, next next, guys, uh, now all of you understanding these all basic points. Okay, in this session what we are doing means this is the concept. So full full Python full stack. Python full stack means here core Python, advanced Python, Django, UI, database all together required, guys. So who can learn Python? First of all, who can learn Python means all education person, guys. Degree over the people. Degree means like a degree BSc computer, BCom computer, whatever, and BTech people. In the BTech again different streams there. Civil background, mechanical background, EC background, like so many. Okay, so your background is not important. Any people, guys. If you are having interest to becoming like a programmer, then you can join the Python and you can learn the Python. Okay, so currently who are studying students also can learn this Python, and completed students also, education completed students also can learn Python. Okay, so nowadays in all the colleges, guys, Python also came as a syllabus. In all the universities, Python also there as a syllabus, guys. Okay, so it is like one subject in the education. So that's why some students also joining to learn this Python. So only for your academic purpose, only for writing the academic exams purpose, if you want to learn, then Python is enough, guys. Core Python, advanced Python, enough. Okay, now. So if you want to get the job for the interview purpose, if you want to learn this Python for the interview purpose, if you want to learn this Python, so along with the core Python, advanced Python, you need to be plan remaining things also. Total full stack required for interview purpose. Only for academic exams purpose, this things in this core Python and advanced Python enough, enough, guys. Okay, that is one point. And after learning the Python, if you want to choose data science, artificial intelligence, like different other courses there, guys, DevOps, so many are there. So if you want to go to other courses related, then after learning Python, guys, core and advanced, you can go to other sectors. Okay, I want to develop the web applications. Okay, na? Web applications, guys. I want to be developing the web applications using the Python. Then you need to be learn Django framework. Then you are going to be becoming like a web application developer. Understanding, guys? All of you? So now can see some basic points, guys. First one, who can learn who can learn Python? Who can learn Python? Okay. So who can learn Python means, so all education currently who are studying, guys. Okay, studying people also can learn. I mean all the education sectors also Python course is there. That's why a lot of students also joining regular sessions, guys. So all education, guys, education, all education students, guys. So currently who are studying, all education students who are studying currently, who are studying currently. Okay. So this point remember, and education completed students also, education and all education completed students, okay, who are all education completed students who are searching for jobs, who are searching for jobs, guys, who are searching for jobs can learn it. Okay, so that point remember. And some people are thinking I'm from the civil background, I'm from the EC background. So that's not a matter. Any background people can learn Python. Okay. Next, guys, next point. Uh, what is the use of Python, guys? What is the use of Python? Or else, why required to learn Python, guys? Why required to learn Python? Simply. Okay. So why required to learn Python means using Python, n number of applications we can develop, guys, nowadays. Okay. So after learning the Python, guys, after learning the Python, you can go to the different courses, guys. Okay. So you don't worry, guys. Again, all the points I'm giving. So let's discuss today different things. So after learning the Python, guys, here you can join the data science, guys. Data science, data science, artificial intelligence, now Django framework, okay, and deep learning, deep learning, machine learning, dev apps, like so many courses there. Here only some I given. Okay, so after learning the Python, these all courses we can learn. These all courses we can learn. Okay, any one only you are choosing as Python with the data science, Python with artificial, Python with the Django, like that. Okay, na? So what is the use of Python means, to learn these all courses Python is required. Python is required. That is one importance, guys. Okay, and guys, So using Python, very easy lines of code we are writing, less syntax we are writing, lot of burden reducing on the developers while writing the code. So these all Python related features. When discussing, you will get this all information, guys. These all informations you are getting. Okay, now. So to learn these all courses, guys, Python is a mandatory course. So each course joining by 100 students, guys. Means these all hundreds of students are required to learn this Python. That's why nowadays Python is getting more demanding. So some people asking in interview why Python is currently demanding in industry. Why Python currently demanding in industry? Why means so n number of courses there in the industry, data science, artificial intelligence, Django, deep learning, like this all. So to learn these all courses, Python is a common platform, common technology. That's why Python is demanding in industry, and also lot of benefits there using Python, guys. Okay, so easy syntax there, guys. What is easy syntax? I'll tell better. Okay, simple coding we are writing. Simple coding we are writing. Okay, and Python is a powerful language. Python is a portable language. Python is a scalable language. So what is portable? What is scalable? These all things one by one we will discuss. Wait some time. Understanding? So what is the use of Python means by using the Python we can developing the a number of applications, guys. A number of applications by learning these courses. That is one of the benefit, guys. Okay. So remember, and here only why Python people are calling a general purpose programming language. Question, guys. Are all one word questions. Why Python called as general purpose? General purpose programming language to learn all other courses. So just now what we discussed, that is only answer for this also. Okay, na guys. Okay, so now some history related, guys. History of Python. History of Python, simply some basic points. So history of Python means who introduced, okay, who invented this Python. So Guido van Rossum, guys. Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum is the author of Python, guys. So he is the author of Python. Guido van Rossum introduced this Python language when introduced in the year, guys, in the year in the year 1989, guys. 1989, in the year 1989 he started development for the Python language related, guys. In the year 1989 he started he started and in the year 1991 he completed, okay, and he released it to public in the 1991, guys. He released it to public as an open source, guys. Open source and free. So I'll tell about the open source all the points. So he released it to public, guys. He released it to he released it to public as an open source and free, as an open source and free means no need to pay any amount to the any company, guys. No need to pay any amount to the any company. Okay, so freely we can download, guys. So Python official site is www.python.org, Python organization, guys. In this now we have the downloads. In these downloads you are going to be getting n number of versions, guys. Okay, so check it simply here. Python related, you can check it. You can check it. Python downloads. See, guys, this is official site for the Python related. So latest version Python 3.10. Okay. is there guys. 3.10 simply we are calling 3.10 version is there. If you want latest version, you can download this guys. If you want, you can download this. Okay, I want some old versions guys. Specific versions I want. Okay, so looking for Python 2.7 here, Python 2.7. Okay, like some links there guys, bottom side somewhere. See here a number of links there, a number of links there. What versions you want exactly, you can install it. You can install it, download and install it. So generally, guys, always latest versions people are not using in the real time. I means they are keep doing the changes in the latest versions. Okay, so some stabilized versions we can use it. 3.9 you can use. Okay, 3.7 also we can use it. So I'm using 3.7 version, guys. 3.7 version. I'm using downloading this and installing, and we can use it. Okay, so small methods, new methods adding only in the latest versions, guys. So version is not a problem here. 3.6 or above any version you can use, that is your wish. Don't use less than 3.6. Okay, all the versions here available. So whatever the versions you want, you can get it, guys. That's it. So we have the one session how to downloading and installing. That time I will take care. Okay, then just I'm giving information here only. uh, what is the Python official site is there and how we are downloading. Just information I given. Later downloading steps, the procedure, everything I'll take care. Don't worry. Okay, now. So next, next guys, and our author Guido van Rossum, why taken our language name Python only? Why he taken our language name Python only? Why not other name? Why not other name, guys? So many names there. Why he taken Python only? Okay, why? Why Guido van Rossum? Why Guido van Rossum taken Python language name as Python only? Okay, or else language name. Why Guido van Rossum taken his language name? His language name as Python, as Python. Okay, so why he taken means he is loving one movie, guys. He is regularly watching one famous British movie. One famous movie is there. That movie name is Monty Monty Python's Flying Circus, guys. Monty Python's Flying Circus. This is a movie, guys. One popular movie. Monty Python's Flying Circus movie is there. This is what one movie, guys. One movie, guys. Okay, so he is watching regularly this movie, so many times watching, hundreds of times he is watching. So he loves this movie, he loving this movie. Okay, so that's why he taken his language name as Python. This name he taken. Okay, Monty Python Flying Circus movie name is there. It is a popular movie, that's why he taken his language name as Python. Okay, initially he taken like ABC programming. His language name ABC. Later ABC1, ABC2, ABC3. Whenever adding the new features, ABC1, ABC2, ABC3 like that adding. But that is not a good name like that. He decided and later taken this popular name Python. Python. Can I guys? So initially he released. Initially guys. Initially he released initially he released version 1.0, guys. Version 1.0. Initially he released version 1.0, guys. Python related. Later some features adding and 1.1 version released. Later 1.2 version released. Okay, like that, after some days completing 2.x version released. 2.x means 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, like that 2.7 released, guys. 2.7 is the last version, last version, last version in the two series, guys. 2.7 is the last version in the two related series. Later, directly 3 started, guys. 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, like that. Now, latest version 3.100, like something there, guys. So, this subversion is not a matter. So, simply 3.10 version is there. Okay, now? So, guys, please turn off your cameras. All the people turn off your cameras. Yes. Okay. Now, latest version here 3.10 is there, guys. Okay. Like a number of versions there. So, from the official site, whatever the versions you want, you can use it. So, nowadays, all people are using the three related version only in the industry, guys. Okay. No one using the two related versions. So, 5 years back, 5 years, 5 to 6 years back, 2.7 using a lot of people. So, now all people using three related. That too 3.6 or greater than versions, guys. Greater than or equal to 3.6 or higher, guys. 3.6 or higher versions people are using. People are using. Okay, na? So you can also use those all things, guys. So this is enough, guys, about the Python related history, guys. Okay, not required much more. So material I will say, in the material you will get it more clearly. Okay. Now, using Python, guys, using Python, what kind of applications we can design? Okay, so using the Python, guys, using the Python, what kind of applications we can developing means. So many are there, guys. So many are there. So gaming related, guys, gaming applications, gaming applications we can design if we want. So networking, guys, networking applications. Networking applications we can design. Okay, so scientific application, guys, scientific scientific applications we can design using the Python. Okay, so banking related, guys, banking applications we can develop, and next, guys, e-commerce related, guys, e-commerce applications we can design, okay. So, like n number of sectors there, guys. So, neural networks related Python we can use, guys. Python also we can use. Data science related applications there, guys. Data science for data analyst analyzing purpose. Okay, simply data science. Data science. Data science applications. Data science applications you can do it. And robotics technology there, guys. Robotics technology. So robotics technology side also we can use robotics applications. Okay, so robotics developing related also we can use Python. So like n number of benefits there, guys, n number of kind of applications we can design using the Python language. Using the Python language. In these all kind of applications, Python is a common platform, common language. So nowadays, guys, gaming is a very popular one. In every home, kids there, guys. In every home, kids there. All the kids are watching gamings only, guys. Even you are putting movie, you are watching movie. People are kids are coming and changing the channel. They interested to watch gaming. Okay, they interested to play gaming. So gaming related very popular. Using Python, easily we can develop gaming related applications. Okay, so why this Python is getting more popularity? Just one point I'm giving, guys, here. Python is Python is providing more modules, guys. more modules. That is the reason. So what is module, how to use module, these all things later we will discuss. So here more modules means each one like a one chapter assumption. So gaming related one module, networking related one module, e-commerce related one module, okay, and database communication related for MySQL DB one module, for MongoDB one module, for Oracle DB one module, okay, for PostgreSQL one module, like n number of modules Python providing as Python providing, okay. So gaming related application I want to do, then this gaming module we are installing, and we are ready to do this gaming related application. In this gaming module a number of methods there, so whatever the method we want we can use it, okay. So networking related one more module you are downloading and installing working together, okay. Banking related one more module is there and you are developing and installing. E-commerce related like that guys, all the applications related specific modules there, thousands of modules there guys. Python is providing thousands of modules, thousands of modules. So we are not going to be learning all the modules guys. If you are deciding to learn all the modules which are available in the Python, so 1 or 2 years spending time also not sufficient. 1 or 2 years time also not sufficient. Okay na? So in these 45 days what we are planning means so all the basic fundamentals, rules and regulations, programming, so how we are writing using the Python, how we are running, exceptions coming, how we are handling, databases, how we are communicating, like all the rules we are going to get, and the basic programs all we can do it. For example, MySQL is there, MongoDB is there, Oracle is there, PostgreSQL is there, 4DB is there, 4DB is there. Okay. So one database related we are discussing. Remaining all the remaining databases, same like this, you can change it small names only. That's it. Okay, done. So later, guys, after discussing all the basic rules and regulations, programs, all the things, so third party modules, these all we are calling third party modules, thousands of modules there. So how we can use whatever the module we want for our application development, okay. All these modules available in the internet, internet available from the internet, how we are getting into our local, nothing but downloading. So downloading means modules we are not downloading like a software, and by clicking next we are not installing. There is separate Python commands there guys. So what commands are required to downloading third party modules, installing, and how we are using that module to developing our application. These all things in the Python course you are going to be getting. Later guys, whenever you are joining into your company people wanting e-commerce related application. For this what module is there, or so and so module is there. So this module downloading and reading about this module, and doing work on this. Okay. So robotics related a different module is there. So what is that module? Checking for that, downloading and installing and working on that. Okay. Like that, all the third party modules we can use while developing the applications. While developing the applications. Understanding guys so far? What I'm telling, are you able to follow in? So when discussing guys, if you are having any queries in the chat box, give the reply. Then immediately you will get it solution. Yeah. So remember these all points guys about the basic Python related information. Now, now, so we will discuss guys Python related futures guys. So once this is if you are getting knowledge, so then you will understanding why required to learn this Python language. Why required to learn this Python language. So in the full stack course, guys, along with the Python database knowledge, UI knowledge, all together we are using with the Django framework. So end of the days, we are going to be developing applications like this, guys. So this is all front end, guys. In the database, this all data is there. I'm receiving the data, displaying in the table format. And if I want to update here presentation, you can use this is UI guys. Presentation you can use then this data changes going to be affected in the backend database. Okay, so here applications then, okay, paginations then. So here these pages automatically changing the numbers depending on your database records changing. So here if I'm clicking, so links coming as okay. So if I'm clicking here login, these all are front end with back end together working. Back end is Django, front end UI guys. Okay, front end UI. So not only this, so many like this here. For example, addition I want to do. The sum of two numbers is 10. First value 10, second value 0 taking by default. If I'm giving another one, 10 plus 5, 15. 10 plus 5, 15. If I'm giving 50 guys, 10 plus 50, 60. Like dynamically calculating. And here validations guys, validation. Without giving data, I'm trying to submit. Please enter username asking. Okay, you are entered something yes or like you are entered. Next immediately another message. Please enter username minimum 5 characters. Like some validations guys we are writing. Okay. So application forms guys. All your details you are giving number, country, gender, hobbies, mail, name, all the things. Okay. So here also registration is a registration form, login form, like that. Okay. End of the days guys, after before going to be completing this Python full stack, you are going to be developing these kind of applications. So this is a calculator software guys. Then you are getting, so 13 minus 2, 11 you are getting all things working. So total if you want to be cancelled then clear. Okay. So one number if you want to be delete guys, delete del you are using. Okay, like that we can use it. So application sites guys, online sites you can develop like this. Yeah, just one image I given like this. Multiple images if you are displaying, that is nothing but like a online food site, like a Zomato, Swiggy. Okay, all the things. That's it. Understanding all of you? Yeah. So now onwards, guys, Python related features we will discuss. Then you will get it. So what is the use of Python? How much easy to learn this Python? Everything you will get it. Okay. So first point is, guys. First point is Python is Python. Python is simple, guys. Python is a simple language. Python is a simple language and easy language and powerful language, guys. Powerful language, powerful language, powerful language. That is one point, guys. So simple means simple. Here I said Python is a simple. So simple means how can you say? How can you say? Python supports simple syntax, guys. Python Python supports simple syntax. Simple syntax, guys. So simple syntax means, for example, for example, for example. So wait. So simple syntax, guys. You can see here a equal to 10. A equal to 10. We are taking as a equal to 10. Okay. So a equal to 10 means this is storing the 10 value into a variable a, guys. Okay. So a is a variable. Later I'll tell what is the use of variable, all things. Just assumption here. So storing the value 10 into a variable, guys. Storing the value 10 into variable a, guys. Okay. This is the simple syntax. Simple syntax. Guys, am I audible to you? Am I audible to you, guys? In the chat box, give reply. Okay, just wait. Yes, guys. So now a equal to 10 I taken, guys, a equal to 10. So 10 value storing into a variable. So that is a simple syntax, guys. Not required to learn more points. Not required to learn more points. Okay. So some languages, guys, following the into the variable a, what type of data is required. Like these all things expecting, guys, and a semicolon is required. If semicolon is not there, getting again problem. Okay, so a value 10, b value 20, next a plus b, adding result, like easy code we can write. This is in Java, guys, but in Python not required like that. Simple coding we can write, simple coding. So in the a variable a 10 value, in the b variable 20 value. Okay, in the c variable a value, b value, result I want to get. Okay, so like easy syntax we can write, guys. Easy syntax we can write, simple syntax. Okay, and Python supports easy and less coding, guys. Okay, na here easy I said, easy I said. So easy related means so less coding using the Python, very less coding we can write, guys. Very less coding we can write. Less coding, less coding we are writing. So how can you say, guys, very less code we are writing, very less code we are writing? How can you say? Means you can say in Python, guys, I want to be print hello message, guys. I want to be print hello word message or just basic message. Okay, hello message I want to be print in Python. Then in Python we have one method, print method is there, guys. Print method. Using the print method, we can print whatever you want to print on the console. So hello, I'm giving. Hello, I'm giving. Okay. So print hello, guys. Simply print method is going to be printing this hello message on the console. On the console, guys, as output. Okay. Just if you know about the print method, that's enough. That is in Python. But in Java, guys, but in Java, you can consider you can consider here in Java, we are required to write more lines of code. Class message, one class name, guys. Class followed by class name. Now here, public static, void main, void main, void main. Now here, string, void main, string args, list of arguments, again curly brace syntax following. Okay, in Java, guys, in the Java curly brace syntax is following. In between the curly braces, group of lines we can write. Now here, one predefined class, system. System is a predefined class. Out is a predefined object. Println is a predefined method. In this method, now hello message you can write, and the semicolon also required. If you are missing the semicolon also, guys, if you are missing the semicolon also, error coming. Okay, so just if you want to print this hello message in Java, you need to learn what is the use of class keyword, what is the use of message name, what is public, what is static, what is main. Okay, what is void, string, args, this list, curly brace also having meaning, system, out, println, semicolon, all things must be having meaning, guys. Okay, so these all things must be required to learn. These all things must be required to learn first of all. So as a developer, after focusing on all these informations, all these definitions, then we are able to write the hello message. Hello message. But in Python, just as a developer, you can focus on the print method. What is the use of print method? That's enough. We can print it message. Understanding, guys? So that's why we can say using Python, easily we can write the coding. So here for a hello message, multiple lines code we created, but here less coding we done in the Python. Understanding, guys? Python benefits. Okay. Next, other points, guys. Python is a powerful. Python is a powerful. Okay. So how can you say Python is a powerful? Python is a powerful. Like how can you say, guys? Python is powerful. We are calling as. How can you say Python is a powerful means Python Python providing or else supporting as Python supports more modules more modules for gaming related one module, networking related one module, e-commerce related one module, animations related module, different module, guys, scientific related modules, like thousands of modules there. Because of these all modules, Python is getting more powerful. Python is getting more powerful. Understanding? So Python is easy syntax following, guys. Python simple syntax following, and easy coding we are writing, and Python is powerful. Guys, all of you understanding these basic 3 points Python related. Next, guys, Python Python is free, guys. Python is free and open source. Python is free and open source, guys. Okay, so I told already, free means no need to pay any amount to the any company. For example, Guido van Rossum developed this Python, so we are not required to pay money to the Guido van Rossum. Freely we can download from the internet, from this official site, guys. www.python python.org is the site. In this we have the downloads, so from this site, from this site, we can download and install it free of cost, guys. Okay, later we can developing the applications. Next, and open source, and open source. So open source means whatever the code they used to developing this Python language, guys. Okay, in the Python language, lot of modules they are developing. So those modules are developing purpose, what logics they created. So the entire code we can see, that is open source. We can see, guys. Whenever we are downloading the Python related all the documentation also we are getting all the code related, and using that Python related existing code, we can develop our own code also, and later we can add that feature to the Python. We are not adding directly, we are giving that information to the Python organization, then Python organization people checking our code. If it is valid, then going to add into the new version. Okay, add into the Python and releasing like a new version. So in the Python software, guys, this is a open community, guys. Open community. Python software is a open community. Thousands of real-time employees, guys. Thousands of employees are contributing. Thousands of employees are contributing to the Python. Okay, na? Huge community is there, guys, by Python. Thousands of employees, topmost employees contributing their time to developing the Python related modules. For example, you are a developer, you have good knowledge to developing the coding. Okay, using print method, we are printing the messages in Python. Using other name also we can print messages in the Python. Like you are developing, you are introducing, you are writing some logics. Okay, later that this is my method name. Using this method name, this is the benefit. Like you are giving information to the Python people, official people. If they are trusted your code, they will add into the Python framework, Python language, and they released it as a new version. In the new version, your new code also coming. Okay, na? Like thousands of people contributing as to developing the Python related. And using Python whenever we are developing applications, if you are getting problems also, guys, so problems related solutions also we are getting on the internet. So huge communities there, guys. Thousands of people are ready to give solution to you. Okay, for example, best site is Stack Overflow is there. Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow site is there, guys. So using Stack Overflow, whenever we are getting problems while doing the work for our problem related solutions, we will get it, guys. So at the time of developing coding, I will show you where we are getting solutions, how we can use, like all the things. In the real time, guys, in the real time companies, so how much copy pasting we are doing effectively. Okay, if you are good at copy and pasting into your code, then you are going to be becoming like a good programming developer. So 90% people, guys, 80 to 90% people using internet only, they are going to be handling the coding. So don't worry. So this is one point, free and open source related. Next, Python. Python is a general purpose. Python is a general purpose programming language. Already this point we discussed, guys. Am I right? Programming language. So why Python is a general purpose programming language? Question and answer I told already today. So after learning the Python, guys, we can choose different courses like data science, artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, neural technologies, robotics, DevOps, Django framework, like so many are there. Whatever you want, you can choose it. To learn these all courses, Python is a common language. That's why Python is called a general purpose programming language to learn all other courses. Okay, guys. This is one point, guys. This is one point. And next, Python is Python is a high level language. You can say, guys. Python is a high level language. High level, high level language. High level language. How can you say Python is a high level language? High level language. Okay. So why means Python is easy to learn. Python is easy to work. Okay. Python occupy less memory. Okay, and using Python, you are developing code means that is user friendly there, easy to understand. Okay, so using I mean Python providing more module, and Python is a portable also. Python is a portable also. Like so many features providing us. So that's why we can say this is a high level language. High level language. So one more point, high level means, guys, simply like normal English language we can write, guys. Okay. For example, some programming languages, guys, low level there. Low level is there. Lot of syntaxes we are writing in depth. If you are having knowledge, then only you are understanding coding. But in Python, like a normal English language, guys. This is what in our notes also a equal to so and so, like some values we are writing, guys, in our notes regularly, general scenario. So now b equal to some value I'm writing. Okay. So addition, if you want get, then how we are writing a plus b. A plus b we are calling what? Okay, adding a value and b value. Next, you are storing into one variable c. Okay. So now print print c, guys, print c, which means after storing the result of a and b into the c variable, that c variable data we are printing. Like by seeing these lines, easily we are understanding. Am I right? Are you understanding or not? These points. Okay. So that's why we can say Python is a high level language. Python is a high level language. So for example, guys, if 10 greater than 5, if 10 greater than 5, guys, so this syntax later I'll tell. So 10 greater than 5 condition, if true, then what I want to do, some logics I want to be execute, some logics I want to be execute. If condition wrong, then I want to be executing some lines of code, like easy syntax we are writing as. If this condition true or false, you are understanding. Now, if true, then executing these lines. If false, then executing these lines. Okay. So later separately we will discuss, guys, these all conditions related. That's why we can say Python is a high level language, easy to understand, easy to work with Python, and less memory taking, less lines of code taking. Okay, lot of benefits there, guys. So these all are some basic fundamental points. Now onwards, we will discuss some major points, guys. Some major points we will discuss. Um, Python is a portable language, guys. Okay, na? Python is a portable language, guys. Python is a portable language, you can say. So portable language means what? Portable language means what? Portable means platform independent, guys. Portable means platform independent. So you can see portable. Portable means platform independent. Platform independent. Independent. So non-portable is there, guys. Differences I'm telling. Non-portable. Non-portable means platform platform dependent. Platform dependent, guys. Platform independent, platform dependent. Like two types there. Okay, na? So portable Python is a portable language. Portable means platform independent. Platform independent. Okay. So platform independent means, guys, using the Python, if you are developing any application, using the Python, if you are developing any application, that application we can execute on any platform. Execute on any platform. For example, in Windows system we can execute, in Linux systems we can execute, in Mac systems also we can execute. Okay, Windows OS, Linux OS, Mac OS, all are different platforms. So using Python, if you are developing application, that application can execute on all the platforms. That is called platform independent. Platform independent. Okay, na, guys. So simply for your understanding, you can take it one point. So platform portable is nothing but like a bachelor life. Portable is nothing but like a bachelor life. Okay, na? Bachelor life, guys. Bachelor life. Bachelor life. So bachelor life means, guys. So for example, I'm staying in one PG. Just assumption, guys. I'm staying in one PG. Okay, or I'm staying in one room, guys. My own room I take, and I'm staying here. So today morning here I'm eating breakfast. So at the time of afternoon, maybe because of some work, I'm going to the outside. I'm going to the outside. So there I'm going to be sit outside only. Okay. At night maybe somewhere I'm going to be sitting. So bachelor life means go to anywhere and eating anywhere. Okay, no restrictions. And non-portable means like a married person, like a married person, guys. Married person. So married persons having their personal life, guys. Okay, na? So married person, they are having their own home. So even though you are going to outside, but at the time of eating, okay, correctly at lunchtime or dinner time, we need to come to again home, and we need to eat inside the home only. Okay, otherwise family members waiting. Understanding? So entire day you are roaming outside because of your work, but end of the day to night, you need to reach to your home and sleeping there only. But bachelor life means, so one day your room you are sleeping, maybe another day you are going to be friend room there sitting, there sleeping. Like you can enjoy your life. Okay, but married means, so married persons having some restrictions. So every day end of the day need to come home and sleeping there only. Am I right, guys? So same like here also. Using Python, if you are developing, so anywhere we can use our application our application. That's why we can say Python is a portable language. Portable language. Understanding, guys? All of you these points. Portable meaning. Okay. Cross platform, guys. Portable is nothing but a cross platform. Here I'm developing, and here another platform is there. Here another platform is there. This is Windows Windows platform app 1 I designed. The same app 1 in the Mac OS guys. The same app 1 in the Mac OS in the Mac OS also we can execute. We can execute. Okay, and we have the Linux guys. So Linux systems guys, Linux OS there, Linux OS there. Here also you can execute app one. Okay. So using Windows, we are developing application one without doing any modifications in the code in the Mac OS, in the Linux OS, we can execute. And also our application one can interact with other application. For example, somewhere app two is there guys. So our application one can communicate to application two for exchanging the information. For exchanging the information. So this technique we are calling portable. This technique we are calling portable or cross-platform. Cross-platform. Okay, then next guys, Python supports all major database guys. Python supporting all major databases. Python supporting all major databases guys. All major databases. So major databases means we have the Oracle database guys. Simply we have the Oracle DB, MongoDB, MongoDB, MySQL DB, MySQL DB, PostgreSQL DB, SQL Server DB, SQL Server DB, like so many databases there in the real time. Okay, Oracle, MongoDB, MySQL DB, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, CouchDB, Cassandra DB, like so many are there. So using Python, any database you can use and you can communicate guys. So using Python, you are developing application and your application can communicate with any database. Okay, we have Python with database communication module chapter. There we will discuss each module related, what modules they are, third party modules, how we are installing, how we are communicating. So clearly we will discuss. Okay, na? So using Python, if you are developing application, your application is not only using any one database. Your application can use all databases whatever you want. That is one of the benefit guys. Okay, Python supporting all databases related modules. All databases related modules. Okay, done. Next, so as a student, guys, as a Python student, so MySQL DB we are learning here, guys. Java side people they are using the Oracle DB, guys, and .NET side people they are going to use SQL Server DB, guys. Generally, guys. Okay, na? So no problem. After learning one database, then you will understanding remaining all other databases. How to communicating, how to communicating. Okay, so I hope you are understanding. So finally I'm giving guys just overview. So simple points. So far what we discussing means Python is a simple, you can say simple and easy guys. Simple and easy to learn. This is the main point. Okay, so Python is having simple structure and a clearly defined syntax. This allows the student to pick up the language very quickly. This allows the student to pick up the language very quickly. That's why Python is choosing lot of people, guys. So main other points easy to read, guys. Easy to read. Easy to read. So Python code is more clearly defined and visible to the eyes, and users usually, students are usually understanding a equal to 10 means storing the 10 value into a. Okay, so just all the points I'm giving again. Expressive language you can say, guys. Python is a expressive, expressive, expressive language. Python is a expressive language. Expressive language means using print method hello message we are printing. print hello, simply enough. You are printing the hello. But using Java, lot of lines code you are writing. Class name, public, static, void, main, string, like so many definitions you are writing. So that is not expressive. But the Python is expressive. What we want, we are expressing easily. I want to print hello. Simply print hello you are writing. That's it. That's why we can say Python is a expressive language. One word answers I'm giving us all. Okay, now? Next, free and open source already I told guys. Free, what is this here? Expressive language. Now here the free and open source, open source, open source. Okay, so freely downloading and we can use it, and predefined code also we can see, that is called open source. That is called open source. Okay, and next another point guys, portable, portable guys. Python is a portable language, portable language, nothing but cross platform, without doing any changes in Windows system, in Linux system, in Mac system, we can execute application, we can execute application. That's why we can say portable. And all major databases, all major databases supports their, supporting is there, all major databases supporting available. That is also one of the benefit guys. Okay, so now this is one important point guys. Python providing the dynamic memory allocation, this is important point. Python is providing dynamic memory allocation, memory allocation. Python is providing dynamic memory allocation. So dynamic memory allocation means what? So interview question also guys, is Python dynamic memory language, or else is Python providing dynamic memory types or static memory types? Asking question. Java is a static memory type. Python is a dynamic memory type, which means you can say in Java guys, in Java. So if you want to be store one value into the A, okay, so you are going to be writing int data type guys, this one. Integer type data is required in the variable A, okay, and a semicolon also required. This is right. This is, sorry. Mhm. This line guys, this line is true, true. This is correct statement. So int b equal to 10.50, I'm writing. So this is false, error returns, error returns. Why means, so you are saying integer type data is required in the b variable, but you are giving value float type, like points there means, that is called float, float guys. So expected number type round figure guys, integer types expecting here, but you are giving float type. Okay, so you are telling integer type required but giving float type. That's why error you are getting. This is called static data type. What data type representing here? Same data type we need to give here. Okay, so in this situation, float we need to be write it, float, then satisfying. Okay, now? So that is the static data type behavior. Now in Python guys, in Python, Python is a dynamic memory data type providing, I told, dynamic memory allocation, dynamic memory allocation. So here a equal to 10 we are writing. So in the Python, data types not required to represent before the variable. Just a variable name equal to variable value, enough. No need of semicolon also. Okay, now? So next guys, a equal to or b equal to whatever, b equal to 10.50, c equal to for example hello, like we can create. So whenever this line executing is in Python memory allocation there, so here 10 value storing in this memory, 10 value storing, and this memory represented by variable a guys. So variable a. Later, whenever we are using this a variable, this value we are getting. This value we are getting. Okay. Next, into the B, this float value I created, guys. Simply automatically some float memory creating based on your value, memory automatically allocating for the variable and representing by variable name. So B variable. Okay. Now into the C, hello is there. This is a string memory. Okay. So string again like creating as so each one having its again each character having its separate place, guys. That is later we will discuss, guys. These all partitions we will discuss. You don't worry. So like automatically creating. Okay. So based on the value, what memory required for this variable, that is automatically understanding by Python itself, and based on the value, memory is created automatically. Memory created automatically. Okay, guys, all of you. This is called dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation. So in Python, you can see, guys. In Java, you can see. I'll tell some points. Int a equal to 10. Okay. Next, guys. Float float a equal to float a equal to 10. 10. Next, double double a equal to 10. I'm giving. So all the variables, a value only 10. All the variables 10 value only, guys. Okay. So variable names, if you want, you can change it that whichever ways. That is not a matter. Simply see, you can take it. So integer type, float type, double type we are giving. Double type we are giving. So you are taking even integer means because of the float type automatically dot zero is taking as for the float representing. Okay. Yeah. Now here here, guys, same value you can take it 10, you can take it 10, 10. Okay. So now you can say in the Java, guys, in the Java, as a programmer, we are responsible to managing the memory, to controlling the memories. Okay. I am not managing properly. So see, first to store the variable 10, guys. Okay, 10 value storing purpose. This is enough. This is enough memory. This memory is enough, guys. Okay, na? This memory is enough. So this is a representing simply. Now next in the big, guys, float memory compared to the int, some big memory is required. Big memory is required. So here B is there. B is there, guys. B is there. Next, in the double, guys, more memory is required. Double, more memory is required. But your value is same, 10. So to store this, we required C. We required C. Okay, na? I mean, this is C variable. See, to store the 10 value integer memory, this size is enough. Okay, but the same 10 value you are taking float, then this remaining memory is a waste, guys. Waste. You are taking the double means automatically memory allocating this size, but this is enough. Nothing but this entire memory is wasting. So as a programmer, we are responsible to managing the memory. So if you are not managing properly, lot of memory is wasting. Okay, obviously performance of the application down, decreasing. But in Python, guys, in Python, so you are taking in the first variable 10. So this memory is enough to store the value 10. To store the value 10. Again in the B variable 10 you are taking. So same size memory creating. Same size memory creating 10. Okay. So like that, based on the values, guys. For example, here the 10.50 is there. Float value in the C variable. Then for float, some big memory is required assumption. Then automatically storing here, guys. Okay, na? So based on your value, memory is automatically adjusting, automatically allocating by Python itself, which means as a developer, we are not responsible to focus on the memory in Python. That is one of the best benefit. But in Java, not like that. We are responsible to managing the memory. Otherwise, lot of wasting, lot of memory wasting. Okay, now? So that is one point, guys. That is called dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation. So next, next, guys, here interpreted language you can take it. Interpreted. Python is interpreted. This is important point. Python is a interpreted language. Interpreted, guys. Interpreter language. Python is a interpreter language. Java is a compiler language. Python is a interpreter language. Interpreter language means line by line executing as line by line executing. A equal to 10 I'm giving. So whenever I'm coming to the next line, immediately this line executing. Immediately this line executing and storing 10 value into a variable. Immediately in the memory allocation like this value 10 storing and this variable a representing here, variable a representing here, guys. Okay, next you are coming to the b variable, b equal to 20, then immediately this line executing, guys. Immediately this line executing with the value 20 and b variable. Okay, so like this line by line, whenever this line executing, immediately for this memory creating. Next, when comes to this line, immediately this line memory executing. Like this line by line, guys. Okay, at a time single line only executing, and creating memory for that. Next line executing, creating memory for that. So like that, step by step, guys, step by step, line by line, at a time, single line, if executing, those languages we are calling interpreter languages. Python is a interpreter language. Okay, every line by line executing, immediately memory creating. Java is a compiler language. Java is a compiler language. So compiler language means you are taking as here int a equal to 10, next int b equal to 20. Okay, like you are writing all the values. Now first syntax wise coding correct or not checking. For example, this semicolon you are missing. Semicolon you are missing. Okay, na? Okay. Here one error is there. Identified, just identified. Next, coming to the next line. Here this line is correct or not checking. Yes, this line is correct. This line, this is the wrong line assumption. This is the line correct. Okay. Like that, all the lines in your program, if for example 100 lines there, all lines are executing at a time. Wherever errors there, those all lines finding and at a time return to you. In these lines you have errors, please solve those errors first, then later execute, like giving information. Okay, na? That is called compiler languages. Means all lines executing, 100 lines program there means all 100 lines executing, out of 100 lines, 10 lines errors there. Taking those 10 lines giving to you information. But in Python, not like that. Even though 100 lines there, first line correctly there or not checking. If wrong, next line not executing. First you need to solve that line, then only next line syntax checking. Okay, na? So that is called interpreter language. And all lines after checking, then what mistakes there, return some languages, those errors, then those languages we are calling compiler languages. Okay, na? So Python is a interpreter language because every line checking, and if it is correct, immediately executing that line, then only next line executing. That is the point here. So coming this also more clearly we will discuss, guys, about this. It means we are the Python learners. We are the Python learners. Okay, so that point remember here, portable interpreter language related. Next, Python is a object oriented programming language. Python also supports the OOPS principles, guys. OOPS principles. Python is a object oriented programming language, guys. Programming language. OOPS stands for object oriented programming language. Okay, So which languages we are calling object oriented programming languages means the languages which are following the OOPS principles. Okay, na? The languages which are following the OOPS principles, then those languages we are calling object oriented programming languages. Okay, OOPS principles means inheritance is there, guys. Inheritance. Coming days we are going to be discussing more clearly. Inheritance means one class properties into another class accessing as a human being purpose, that house coming to child also. I mean parent giving to the child. Okay, na? So same like this inheritance concept. Next, polymorphism is there, guys. Polymorphism, encapsulation, and abstraction, like some principles there, guys. These four principles, which languages are supporting, then those languages we are calling OOPS languages, object-oriented programming languages. Python also supporting these four principles. That's why we can say object-oriented programming language. So using this object-oriented programming language, reusability code we are going to be getting. Lot of reusability code we are getting. Okay. So for example here, 100 lines code you are writing as 100 lines code you are writing. Okay. Next one more logic you want to write. So these all 100 lines code required plus some extra 50 lines code required, guys, here. Okay, na? So all 100 lines are required plus some extra lines, 20 lines code required here, 20 lines. So no need to write this all 100 lines code here. From here to here we can inherit. We can inherit. That is inheritance, guys. Okay, means we can access existing 100 lines code into here and we can use. Remaining 20 lines only we are developing. That is reusability code. So lot of benefits there using OOPS principles. Later we will discuss clearly. Okay, na guys? So I hope now you are understanding some points about these things. OOPS, Python related features. So because of these all things, guys, Python language getting more demanding nowadays. Okay, na? So in the next session onwards, guys, Python related environment is there. So just assumption this is Python IDLE. Python software downloading. Okay, after downloading these all points related practical testing and some more other benefits we are going to be discussing, guys. This is the Python related, guys. See a equal to 10. So after executing this line immediately in Python memory allocation, so 10 value stored. If you are using here 10 value are getting. Okay, na? So means line by line executing immediately, guys. So next I'm taking B 20, then B value also you are getting. Now A plus B storing into one variable. Now C value you are getting 30. Okay, na? So like that line by line executing. So these all installation, what is ideally, where we can develop these all things in the next session we will discuss, and don't miss it. Tomorrow also can attend, guys, demo session. Okay. So and if you are interested, guys, to continue the session, if you are interested, and please contact the admin people, management people. Okay. Otherwise link going to be changing. Only the people who registered will communicate with that new link. Okay, so I'll stop now this recording, and if you are having any queries, you can ask me.